ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Game of Thrones for Vikings with this episode of Vinland Saga. After the amazing character episode we had last week with Thorfinn and Einar, the relationship between them last episode was just a work of art. We now have this Game of Thrones like episode that everything started with Askeladd, and one of the best characters in the series. We see the world after the events of season 1, and this one just showing the transformation that Canute went through after everything that happened. So let's get into it. Now, at the beginning we see a bit of Canute with his army marching towards this meeting, but we also get a bit of a recap with, honestly, one of the best endings we had in anime in general, and one of the best characters, period, being Askeladd, and seeing again the ending of season 1 of Vinland Saga. Just amazing. Askeladd is one of my favorite characters ever, and I'm so glad to see that ending again. Just puts a lot of things into perspective, what happened there, the understanding between him and Canute at that moment, and everything that Askeladd did there, just shaping the world, literally, after what happened. And I don't know, more people just need to watch Vinland Saga just for that ending. But yeah, we see the events that transpired thanks to him, with how the Danes held England, but it changed after King Svein died, with thanks to Askeladd. Canute succeeded his father, but this also meant that Ethelred returned, so it was this king versus king, who's the true king of England. Conflict never ends there, and we see slowly how everything happened leading up to the ending of this episode, and probably to the present. Ethelred was almost poisoned one time, and slowly we see how that happened, how everything transpired with Canute visiting Mercia, and he's a different person. If you guys remember back in season 1, Canute was this shy, anxious, he wasn't willing to talk with anybody, but the change that happened in him, and that was also thanks to Askeladd. He literally made Canute into what and who he is today, not just thanks to the ending of season 1, but thanks to what he did for and to Canute, honestly, because killing his most treasured person that was there for him, and even admitting that, changed Canute forever. And we see him, he's actually a king now, and he has that presence, stature, demeanor of a king, seeing him there. And even more, he wants to do things better and differently, actually beheading people that went against his order of pillaging being not allowed, and even admitting that they were responsible for the bad state of Mercia there to Gunnar, and orders him to behead the people that were pillaging there. And we see here that Floki is present, still working with Canute. Now, I hope at some point Thorfinn is gonna find out that Floki was the one responsible for his father's death. He was the one that ordered it. I'm really curious what's gonna happen there, and I hope that Canute also finds out everything, because I don't think he knows exactly the intricacies between Thorfinn, Askeladd, why he wanted that revenge. Maybe they know, because we still don't know how Thorfinn ended up at that farm there. Thorkel, I'm also really curious what he's gonna do when he finds out what Floki did there. So Floki, better watch your ass out, because yeah, you're walking on thin ice, on borrowed time here. And he's there because he arranged a meeting between Earl Edric, taking care of Mercia, and Canute to meet there. And speaking of Thorkel, he charges in. Man, I miss Thorkel so much. You have these serious moments characters, and Thorkel is probably the most honest and straightforward character in the series. Granted, he's crazy, like he's beyond crazy for battles, but this is what makes him great and one of the most powerful characters in the series. Even Canute saying we have to appease him, because he kind of goes around conquering England in a bit different way, not only fighting. He takes more the strategic, tactical approach, and Thorkel doesn't like that. He wants to fight, and Canute kind of wins without fighting. In a way, even saying, I hate someone who stops my fights more than frogs. Like, wait, what? Why does he hate frogs? Okay, so we find out something interesting about Thorkel. He hates frogs. But, yeah, even when Floki suggested, hey, go fight one of Askeladd's sons, Thorkel just shuts the fuck up, Dice Head. I'm paraphrasing a bit, but calling him Dice Head. Man, I love Thorkel so much. He's one of the most fun characters in Vinland. But also, he demands and commands respect at the same time. Just telling him, don't forget our deal with saying who you will become. You're still a nobody. Back in season 1, I'm gonna watch you, and this is your warning, where you still haven't fulfilled that. And I really like that Canute respected that and took the warning to heart, even when Thorkel told him you won't be able to avoid war. And yes, that's a very good point. Despite of how things went for Canute, still feel like conflict and war are probably not gonna end in Vinland or in this this world here. Now we finally see the meeting between Canute and the Earl. Eadric offering him money, silver there, some treasure for him to withdraw from Mercia. And the way Canute handled that entire situation just show how much he has changed, what he has become right now. Just grabbing a necklace from it and just tossing it aside. This is nothing. And then we see slowly on the side something was being built. Later find out a huge bonfire that played a huge role in here. I don't know if it was a bluff or not, but we're gonna get to that. And kind of saying it's not enough for a king to leave his own territory. I came here to stop a revolt as your true king, and this is what you're offering me. And even questioning the way he just took control of that entire situation. Canute is really a king now, more than a king, honestly. And even asking the Earl, did Askeladd know about this? And he was, yeah, no, he didn't, but he would understand. And just the way he shifted the conversation, they're just twisting every word, everything he said there, taking control. And you kind of already betrayed him with doing this and calling Askeladd a coward, even wanting to get Eadric to his side, wanting to at least use him. Kind of get a glimpse with the poisoning there, with the cup, some nods with how Canute has been taking care of everything. And if you do this, you get to keep Mercia for Askeladd. So this is my price, Askeladd for Mercia. Now Eadric refused that first, but this was kind of a test to see if he has some backbone there, but they wanted a bit more from him. Even Floki saying, hey, let's test him out a bit more. And outside gets revealed what they were building, this huge bonfire for signals. I was like, this is the Lord of the Rings moment. Gondor calls for aid, the beacons are lit, but it was a bit more than that. And this is what it means to go to war with me. And you see, oh sorry, I hit the microphone, everywhere in the distance, more and more being lit up, more smoke, more bonfires there. If I wish it, you will be reduced to ashes along with Mercia. And Eadric was like, I thought he was gonna die there, having a heart attack, just realizing what he's up against, what he's facing. There was no choice for him there. But this is where I'm really curious. Did Canute actually have that entire army, so many people around him there, or did he use this as a bluff? And I kind of wish it was a bluff. I don't know, maybe you guys know, maybe I missed something. with him bluffing his way out of this would make it even better, honestly, than him just having that army on the ready. Both, I would have liked both outcomes, but I don't know, bluff seems more fun there. So yeah, Canute is definitely a king right now, and telling him buy peace with Askeladd's head. This is where we see every event that transpired, what happened next year after that Askeladd died from an illness, of course quotation marks, illness, poisoned again. His son Edmund succeeded him, caused some troubles for Canute, but then he also died 7 months later from another mysterious illness there. At the same time you see Thorkel stalking, no fighting, Canute winning without actual fights or war. Of course there's still conflict fighting, but wasn't taking the head of the enemy the way Thorkel wanted it, and even revealed there that Canute did it faster than his father. You see the coronation, Canute officially becoming the king of England. So he won the Game of Thrones for England in Vinland Saga, and I think we're caught up to the present right now, and I'm really curious what is gonna go forward. We have so many, well, like I said, Thorfinn finding out about everything, what happened to him, the history with Floki, Thorkel, what's he gonna do with him, sulking Canute, what he plans to do next now that he conquered England. I'm sure he's not gonna end here. I feel like we're just starting, to say the least, and Vinland delivers again. This episode, last episode was character driven with Einar and Thorfinn. This one was all about Canute, but also Askeladd's legacy and the world after everything that happened. So yeah, I'm blown away with how good Vinland has been in general, and even more, it keeps getting better and better. And yeah, I'm really curious what you guys thought about the episode so far, and let me know down in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. And also make sure to check out the podcast. So keep enjoying Vinland Saga. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.